We are approaching a special day of remembrance, 24th of June. It's a day of remembrance of a soul that made extraordinary action for the benefit of the world. And this soul, we know its role as being Mama, Saraswati, Jagadamba. This soul played an important part in understanding the teachings that were given by God Shiva through the body of Brahma Baba. And the soul of Mama was ready to understand, to put into practice, and to inspire others to follow these teachings. The soul behind the role of Mama had a tremendous power to make herself free from any limited desires. The soul has surrendered fully to God's task and used her every breath and every thought to inspire others to follow the directions of God Shiva. His soul had an enormous love for truth. And through this love for truth, the soul was understanding the teachings of Raja Yoga, putting them into practice, applying them in her behavior, and also explaining to others how to change, how to go beyond the limitations of any part. This soul had a great love for humankind. The soul inspired us to let go of any difficulties, to overcome obstacles, let go of any limited vision of others, be soul conscious and see others as souls. No one is truly your enemy. No one is here to harm another soul. All are brother souls. The love of the soul of Mama, her love for all human souls, was so powerful that her impact is going through time and space and reaching all of us in today's world. That soul left the body of the part that we know as Mama on 24th of June 1965. And whatever has been accumulated by the soul whatever has been created through that part of being surrendered to God's task fully. All that treasures are now still present. They are making her presence powerful in our lives as an inspiration, as an example, as a role model. Her love has fulfilled its purpose, the purpose to bring the soul to such a high stage that that soul is an angel, equal in qualities to the Supreme Soul, equal in task to an angel, and reaching out to all human souls, seeing them all as children of the Supreme Parent, and helping the Supreme Parent in the task of restoring peace and happiness in the world. The next few days will be dedicated to celebrating Mama's inner work, her attention, her dedication, her loyalty, as a means to inspire us to connect our intellect with the specialities that each and every soul can experience by looking up. We actually emerge our highest qualities, and we transform our lives. We can look today at one of the classes of Mama, and we will use again the board to explain this class. Mama's classes were like Murli's. They were outstanding in clarity and content, essential, being able to explain the message that God, Shiva, is bringing to all human souls. And in one of these classes, Mama says, people are calling out to God to take us away from darkness. This darkness that human souls are experiencing now. It is as if the sun and the moon are no longer on the sky. There is no light. There is no understanding, no clarity. So Mama says there is a darkness in this world. And human souls are calling out to God to take us away from this darkness. But what is darkness and what is light? And Mama says darkness means peacelessness. People of today's world have been working so much on improving the outer life, but all that they are getting is just more peacelessness, upheaval, inner conflict. All of that is the darkness of ignorance. And they are calling out to God to bring back the light. And the light means the light of peace and the light of happiness. Who can do this? Only God can do it. And that is why people are calling out to God. They look up to see where is God to come and remove their burden, remove their sorrow. People are calling out to God. Mama says, oh God, you are a stick for the blind. God is a stick for the blind, blind being the human soul, and now all human souls are blind. And Mama clarifies that to be blind means not to have the third eye of knowledge. So blindness means ignorant. And what people are asking for is actually the eye of wisdom. This eye of wisdom, as it is called, the third eye wisdom, the third eye. This eye of wisdom can only be opened by divine intervention, by God. So Mama explains, in the memory of all souls, there is this love for God, this devotional feeling to be loyal to God, to call out to God, because He can remove the darkness, He can remove the ignorance by bringing the knowledge, and He can open the third eye of wisdom of the human beings. And Mama says, we understand that there is a contrast in the life of human beings. There is time when there were deities living on earth, and there is a time when people are devilish. And these are just two extremes of human beings. It is not that a deity has 4 arms or 3 physical eyes. No, the deity is also a human being. But some human beings have devilish behaviors, and some human beings have deity behaviors. So when we say that someone has 4 arms, or they are represented as being not human, it is just a representation of their qualifications, of their qualities. All are humans in their appearance, but their inner qualifications are that of deity. Their character is noble and pure and viceless and loving, or devilish, and their character is that of impurity, giving sorrow, taking sorrow. In this way, Mama says, by becoming pure, it is in our capability to regain the kingdom of the deities, to regain peace, prosperity, a viceless life, and all of that by becoming pure through purity, through the process of purification. And purity will be possible only with the 3rd eye of wisdom, which is opened by God. God, by giving knowledge, the knowledge of Raja Yoga, is opening our 3rd eye of wisdom. And Mama explains that at this present moment, the world is ruled by vices. This devilish behavior is ruled by what we call Ravan, the embodiment of vices, and Maya. And Mama explains that what people call Maya is not that this world is false or an illusion. People say everything is Maya. The world is Maya, the body is Maya, everything is false. Mama says no, the body is not false. The world is not false. What is causing us a sorrow are the 5 vices. These 5 vices, which are lust, anger, greed, attachment, and ego. These 5 vices are the cause of all sorrow. And Maya and Ravan are these 5 vices. Maya is the one that is ruling the mind of human beings now. And these 5 vices have corrupted the human behavior to such an extent that Human beings are only dealing with sorrow, with guilt, with anger, with feelings of revenge, of blame, of sadness. So in order to be happy, God comes and teaches human souls how to renounce Maya. And the moment that we renounce Maya or conquer Maya, renounce the 5 vices, when we renounce the 5 vices and become conquerors of Maya, then everything can be used. Mama explains wealth in itself is not Maya. There is nothing wrong with having wealth. Deities were also wealthy. They were prosperous. They were kings and emperors. So when we renounce the 5 vices and we conquer Maya, then we can use anything in this world with intelligence. We become sensible, and wealth is bringing happiness, and science is bringing happiness. In the world of the deities, everything is giving happiness. Wealth, body, relationships, nature, science, all are giving happiness. Whilst in the world of the devils, everything is giving sorrow. Body, wealth, science. So in itself, matter or body or wealth are not Maya, but what gives us sorrow is the identification with the body, with what we are not. And what gives us sorrow are the 5 vices. So Mama says the only one who can teach how to renounce the 5 vices and how to conquer Maya is God, the Supreme, Almighty, all-powerful God. And He comes and He changes us. He is changing us into Brahmins. And this is a critical step or stage that is required in order to remove sorrow, in order to take the knowledge from God, to bring back the light into the world, to open up the 3rd eye of wisdom. Brahmin means the one that transforms their life with purity. Mama says it is in the Brahmin life that we are becoming completely pure once again. It is this purity that refashions humankind. And it is this purity, Mama says, that makes us new again. That's all that we are doing. Brahmin is just a name for those students who are imbibing now purity, who are emerging their pure personality, and they are renewing their consciousness, renewing their attitudes, their vision, everything. And through this transformation from the ones that were devilish to the ones who are Brahmins, we are making the big shift from devilish to Brahmins, and then from Brahmins to deity. And from deity to devilish again in the next cycle. Let us experience for a few moments what was discussed. And we mentioned this was the essence of a class given by the soul of Mama in the 1960s. And we are remembering the actions and the inspirations that that soul has given to the world for salvation of the world. So for a few moments we realize this full light, the soul being in full light of knowledge. The light dispels the darkness of ignorance. The light dispels the darkness of vices. In the light, there is experience of fullness, experience of completion. Experience of love. In this light, the company of the Supreme Soul is visible, is obvious and natural. In the light, the soul finds its wings, the wings to fly. And whilst flying, the soul can inspire many others to come into the light, to experience the original joy, the original love. The company of the original family of souls. Thank you for listening.